Rate 8, the field of 8 will get 3 runs each. Highest score you can get is a 100. We started off with the Norwegian, Mr. PK Hunder. Into the rail guard we go.
Yeah, and as PK works his way down the course here, we'll describe these features. It's called the kickoff up top, a series of rails. You can work through 2 sets of rail features in the row, and then we drop into a series of 3 jumps. PK Hunder wrapping up a huge rotation there. Look for, in the jumps, you want to look for a lot of double cork rotations, meaning kind of going upside down twice, both left and right side spins, switch and forward, and a lot of variety. Talked to the judges yesterday, they said, we really want to see perfection out of these guys.
Boy out of Park City, Utah, site of the 2002 Winter Olympic Games. And speaking of Olympics, Mike, this sport of skiing slopestyle now in the 2014 Olympics, so a big deal for the sport of free skiing.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of changes in the way these guys are traveling around. They're often traveling around now in national teams, the Canadian team, the U.S. team, the French team, those sorts of things. So definitely a mix-up. There's a little nose butter 270 onto the first rail for McCrae Williams. Mix up 270 off, little tail butter onto the lower box. So some good variety on McCrae to kick things off. Nice 900 tail grab, great style as we talk about the attention to detail. McCrae getting really nice work with those grabs, locking the hands on, holding them well as he goes down into his sequence of double flips. Nice clean stomps, great run here so far for McCrae Williams.
And down the rails below, what we call the pot of gold. And he looks like he's pretty stoked on that run. Again, time for a young man from Quebec City, ABM, Alex Machon. Now he's off for his first run to 3rd place in the Grand Prix back in Copper, Colorado. Copper Mountain, Colorado back in January. He's getting ready for his rail session.
Oh, he's dropping in switch backwards into this up rail. Switch on the pretzel, meaning reverse rotation, 450 spin. Ooh, getting dangerous with the tip catch on that 270 off that rail up there, but he holds it together. Very similar run so far from what we saw from McCrae Williams. 900 set up tricky into the switch. Double cork 900.
Nice.
Yeah, landed nice and far down that hill. There's the opposite.
That is the name of the game, and he keeps his rotations going and gets in the back seat a bit, and that little bobble there will cost him dearly. Remember, we're talking perfection. I don't know about you, Mike, but I am thoroughly excited to see this next competitor, Mr. Tom Wallish, get his game face on. Won this event, the inaugural Tignes back in 2010. He won it in 2012 at Aspen. The boy's got some skills to pay the bills. Let's see what he does in his first run of 3.
Well, when we saw Wallish qualifying for yesterday, I think he was just kind of taking it easy. And you know, we just saw him 450 off the first rail there. In practice, he was doing 630. So Tom Wallish probably not off to exactly the start he wants here. But look, there's our first double cork 1260 off the top. So in terms of jumping, Wallish has just stepped it up.
Dynamic so far. Look at the way he just manages the skis to the landing like he never leaves the ground. Here's the 3rd and final jump. What do you got for us, Tom?
Yeah, back to back, left and right, switch double rodeo 1080s. Tom Wallish going to finish it off here with, yeah, 450.
Put the women aside. They made the call. They know they're coming up a little later. But right now it's all about Noah Morrison. Took first place in the North Face Park 5 Open Series back in January up in Whistler, Canada. And he's starting off on the rails right now.
Yeah, switch 270 on, 270 off the top rail. There's a little 450 rotation, mixing up the direction of the spins, so the judges want to see that. They want to see the variety in those tricks as they come down. There's a 900. We're seeing pretty similar runs from these guys so far. No Morrison keeping it clean. So, yeah, the double, switch double cork with the double Japan grab, over-rotating just slightly in the
coming up short.
Yeah.
A lot of eliminations.
So what happened there is he over-rotated slightly, and when you don't land clean, you scrub a lot of speed. So as he went into that next jump, the speed was lost.
Done. 2 more to go. Now we go up top to Mr. Russ Henshaw, the Aussie. He's our only Aussie in the field. Took 2nd in the slopestyle competition in Aspen. He's also our tallest and biggest competitor here. How does that factor into this course, Mike?
Well, generally speaking, the taller you are, the more difficult it is to ski slopestyle, but it doesn't look like that today. There's Russ, 450 on, 270 off the first rail. Oh, yes. So gapping over the second rail there, Russ Henshaw, and then straight into the double cork 1260. So Russ getting technical right off the top to the switch double flat spin 9, and then the right. Oh man, yeah. You know, it's the sun. I'm starting to wonder if it's warming things up a bit, maybe slowing that snow down just a little bit.
Round off his season for sure. So let's have a look up top. Here comes Gus Kenworthy. Gus has been doing this X Games thing since 2011. He has not hit the podium in either the super pipe or big air or slopestyle. He's one of 2 athletes that compete in all 3. And Mike, you said before, how better sometimes for Gus just to focus on one discipline?
Well, Gus is so good at everything, and one of the problems I think he has sometimes in these competitions is that he wears himself out, and you know, trying to keep up in both super pipe, big air, slopestyle, it's a lot of skiing. But hey, great rails from Gus. I would say that's probably some of our best rail work we've seen so far. There's the switch double rodeo 900, so kicking it off with a double on the top. Gus looking good. Oh man, double cork 1260 true tail grab. Beautiful work from Gus Kenworthy. Oh man.
There you go, Jason.
I'm telling you, that was a run, Uncle Lee.
Yeah, that was. Up on the bus. Gus, well, three runs, so he'll learn from that, get a little more speed to get that final jump. We're talking snow sports here at X Games. Tignes, our final competitor of the first round. This guy, Jossie Wells, the Kiwi, been doing the X Games since 2007. Has a slew of silvers, a couple of bronzes. The gold has evaded him. Will today be his day here in France?
Well, good start. Switch 450 onto the first rail. 270 off there, and then spinning back the opposite direction. 270 on, 270 off. So very similar work to what we saw Jossie do yesterday. The switch double cork 900 to kick off the jump section into the left side double cork 1260. Sending it. Jossie looks good. He looks like he's carrying some speed here. Oh man!
And he had more air.
Yeah,
he had more air just to get it underneath him.
He had the speed, no question. He just you know, sometimes these jumps get away from you a little bit.
We're now looking for this man, Mustachio. Mr. McCrae Williams, our current leader. That's what I love about this sport. Anyone can come out and take the top spot, as we've seen through the years. Will it be McCrae's day?
Well, here's what I'm going to say, Uncle Lee. A 90 is a good score, but it is not a gold medal score. So McCrae Williams, the question is now, can he raise the bar even higher? Because with the likes of Tom Wallish and guys like Russ Henshaw still to come, he's going to have to push that even higher.
Yeah, Wallish has the highest score in slopestyle history with a 96 in Aspen, but he's not in the lead right now. This is McCrae Williams' second run.
I'll tell you what, McCrae Williams was practically perfect through that rail section at the top. And the only disadvantage I'm seeing in this run was his first jump. That is the 900, the right side 900, whereas we're seeing guys like Wallish and Henshaw do the doubles right up top. Man, McCrae Williams is skiing out of his mind right now. This is beautiful.
Solid. Yeah, that was almost a mirror image of his previous one, if I remember correctly. Stop the landings.
It's going to be interesting to see where the scores end up today.
Well, he's got the 2 highest scores. That's McCrae Williams. We shift it over to Canada now. This is ABM Alex Below Marchand. And he's currently in the 3rd position. He starts off switch into the kickoff rail.
Well, here's something to think about with ABM. His last run, he's sitting in 3rd, but he had some room to make some improvements in that last run. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can step things up. Good start so far from ABM. Yeah, there's a nice cork 900 tail. I'm going to give McCrae Williams just a little bit of advantage. The technical difficulty on his top rails was a little bit higher. Yeah, taking it way down. These guys do not want to make the mistake of coming in short like we saw some of the other guys on these jumps.
Finishing things off. Fred Astaire tap dancing on the rails, the pot of gold, and another solid run for ABM.
Yeah, so he's we're definitely going to see Wallish step it up here.
Well, Wallish, he's working on a movie in conjunction with ESPN called The Wallish Project. Talked about 2 weeks ago. He was up in Calgary doing some night filming from like midnight to 6 a.m. I called him at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He had just woken up. So look for this movie to be out on the internet. Here he goes, the second run.
Yeah, getting the 630 off on the top rail. So Tom Wallish, 270 on, 270 off, showing that he can spin both directions. So good rail section, definitely a better run so far for Tom Wallish on this second run than on his first. Double cork 1260. Mute grab into the switch, double cork, right side 1080 Japan.
Stop that thing.
Yeah, into the switch, double cork, left side 1080 Japan. So much better run for Tom Wallish this time. The question being, okay, interesting move there, Tom Wallish.
Dodging a bullet with Mr. Tom Wallish. Now we're going to shift it on over to Gus Kenworthy at Telluride, Colorado. Made history in 2013 when he became the first skier to land triple cork at the X Games. That was third. Right now, Gus is in the 6th spot. He's to put down a clean one.
Yeah, Gus had a great run going last run, all the way down until the third jump. So we'll see if Gus can keep it going here. There's the switch double 900 Japan. Gus Kenworthy set himself up with a double cork 1260 tail grab. Now can he carry his speed? Hopefully, yeah, he's looking good. There's the switch double cork 1080 Japan. So Gus Kenworthy can finish it off.
Oh, man! Loses the shoe, too. Did that come off mid-rail? You know, what sent him down? Couldn't tell from that angle. Thanks, buddy. Here we go from Vernon, BC, in the Silver Star Zone. This is Noah Morrison, his rookie season here at the X Games, 13th in Aspen. Right now, he is in the 7th position in his second run.
Yeah, a little switch, right side 270 on, 270 off. And 450 off that rail, so some nice work. Noah Morrison through the rail section. Oh! Little bit of a stumble now. Yeah, now here, the first landing is the longest of them, so you can actually make a mistake on that landing and continue, but I would say that Noah Morrison there's a couple of bobbles in there, and when you look at guys like Craig Williams who are skiing virtually perfect, you know, he was going to throw that one away anyway,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Once you get hung up, you can find yourself just losing your game face. And now we move over from Gus, from USA to Australia. Big Russ Henshaw, 6'2", almost 190 pounds. So the big boy, a little slow on his last jump. See, he picks up his speed a little bit.
Yeah, 450 on, 270 off. First Gus. Now he is carrying a lot of speed and clearing the second rail feature. I think that's going to take his rail score down just a little bit, but what it does is sets him up for a lot of speed into the jump line so that he can get all his doubles in.
Oh, just eking that one in. That ruins his opportunity for the third jump, as you can tell. And that's another one put into the trash can, so everything is on his shoulders for his final run. Friendly Kiwi started the X Games when he was 16 years of age, as I said before. Got a few medals in his back pocket. Took third place, bronze here in 2010, so he's capable of floating material. He was also our highest qualifier yesterday in the elimination round.
Yeah, Jossie Wells, you know, we're going to look for him later on in this X Games team in the super pipe as well. Nice 450 left side rotation onto that first rail. Mix it up. There you see the right side, 270 on, 270 off. Coming in switch. Jossie's got the doubles going down here. There's the double cork 900, but not quite perfect. Just a little bit off on that one for Jossie. Just squeaking in. Oh man. Tiny edge catch, but holding his composure together well through these final features. So a stand-up run for Jossie Wells, but I'm going to say there was some room for improvement in that one.
Mother Nature threw a curveball, and that opens the door for a new gold medalist. We now start Run number 2 of 3 of the Throwdown Showdown. Here goes the Norwegian PK Hunder, currently in 4th.
PK Hunder switch 450 onto the down kink rail at the top. Then, oh, just a little, yeah, a little stumble. And I tell you what, Uncle Lee, these guys, they often make it look so easy, but I tell you what, it is so easy to make a mistake like that in a course where there's so many little nuances and details come together. So PK obviously knowing that once you make a mistake up top, you throw that run away, and he will now look forward to run number 3.
Yep, Hunder's been doing this since 2008, and he has missed the podium every time. The Slopestyle, his best finish is a 6th. So here's our current leader. The long hair, the mustache, and a total focus. He is in the zone, as you said, Mike, with a 94.33. Can he do better than that, you think?
Well, you know, that'll be interesting to see. I don't think he can ski any cleaner because he skied about as perfectly on that run as he could have. But the question is he going to take some chances? Is he going to try and push that even higher?
Yeah, he's going to need more spins on the rails and make it nice and clean. Let's see what he has stepping in to take off.
Yeah, left side, butter 270 onto the first rail. A little right side, switch on 270. Yeah, so McRae, once again, very, very clean on those rails, and they're technical, no doubt. Oh, okay. Yep. He made a mistake. His first one today. Yeah, just kind of off a little bit on the grab there in his 900, and so
he is human.
He is human. Yeah, a little early on the grab there down below. So I don't expect that McRae is going to push this any higher, but nice work nonetheless. Perfection. PK Hunder here. We'll see if he can find a way to clean things up, to tighten things up as he drops in, switch onto the kickoff rail.
We talk perfection a lot. We want to see perfection. So do the judges. We want to see different directions, spinning on and off the rails, not getting hung up at all.
Yeah, PK Hunder, I would say a fairly solid rail section, but not spectacular. The 900 setup trick, very similar to what we saw from McRae Williams. Now he gets down into the doubles. There's the switch, double cork, 1260, grab held all the way through. The judges said they want details. PK pulled on to those grabs very, very well. Into the 1260 double cork, and there's a little, front swap, I believe 450. And this guy currently in second, another tall rookie, ABM.
Love to see it. Just the rookies coming out full gates swinging. At 19 years of age, ABM, Alex Marchand, and he starts getting off rails.
Oh boy. Yep. So ABM automatically, by following on the first feature, will now rely on that 86.66 that he scored in his second run. And I tell you what, with Tom Wallish still having yet to lay down a Tom Wallish run, we'll say, that score, I think, could be in jeopardy.
Well, 1 bullet of 6 dodge, 5 more to go for current leader McRae Williams. Up top, you see the scores. Williams with a 94.33. The closest one is 86.66. Held by the man sliding down the rail right now. EEM out of Quebec City.
For me, just the advantage of Gus Kenworthy on the jumps, I probably would have given the bump to Kenworthy, and the way he finished with that rail, with the pretzel on the bottom rail, was very strong too. But hey, here's another guy that has the potential. He's been up in those mid-90 scores before. Russ Hinshaw, 450 on, 270 off on the first rail. Ooh, yeah, 270 on, 450 up, gapping that second rail, but doing it to try and set him up for the speeds of the double cork, 1260 left side tail grab.
He's not made it cleanly through a run yet. One final jump and a rail to go for Henshaw. All or nothing. Come on, Russ.
Oh yeah, Russ Henshaw. Could be the best jump that we've seen there. 270 on, 270 off. Wow, so Russ Henshaw putting it down when it counted. Yeah, I can tell you this is far from over, though. Gus Kenworthy, Russ Henshaw, Jossie Wells. Those are 3 serious contenders standing at the top right now.
Here comes one of them. Gus will tell you right. Has not podiumed in his 3 years at the X Games right now. It's been rails for him in his final run.
Yeah. Good technical start from Gus Kenworthy off the top. Yeah, very, very nice work for Gus on the top. I'm gonna say at least equal to Mr. McCrae Williams, but then getting the double switch, double 900 right off the top. So Gus Kenworthy looking very strong as he works his way down.
Come on, Gus, one more jump.
There's a switch double 1080. So Gus Kenworthy definitely can put a series challenge on McCrae Williams right now. 270 on, 450 off Pretzel. You know what? He may have done it. He may have.
His confidence is back. His strength is there. And let's see what he does. His third and final run. Again, the score to beat by McCrae Williams, 94.33. What you gonna do for us, Tommy?
It's straight, demolished at 630 off the top rail. Switch 270 on, 270 off, and then rotating back the other way, 270 on. So pretty good work on the rails. Into the double cork, 1260. Now look for Tom Walsh to throw his signature left and right side double road. Oh boy, going huge.
Dragging the hands just a little bit, didn't affect the rotation at all. The bottom note, not quite.
Yeah, going a little bit long on the first of those two jumps and a little bit short on the second. And you know what? I don't think that's going to do it. Guys like Tom Walsh, Gus Kenworthy, Russ Henshaw. And right now, though, the rookie, Noah Morrison.
Wookie. He made it here via the North Face Park and Pipe Open Series. Great new event. North Face stepping up huge in the free skiing world, helping out big time right now. Noah Morrison, the 18-year-old, steps up for his third.
Yeah, switch 270 on, 270 off on the first rail. And there's the 450 off and back 270 on to the down box. So a good start on the rails for Morrison. There is the right side 900 view grab, setting himself up for this. The switch, double cork 900 Japan. Very clean skiing so far from Noah Morrison. Yeah, there we go. Double cork 1080 view grab. Can he finish it off? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I was just about to be so stoked for that kid.
How's TJ Schiller right there? I know TJ's watching.
The way the judges are judging today, I'm not sure it's possible unless Jossie is beyond perfect. We'll see here. Can he bring something out? Obviously, in qualifying, Jossie laying down his run, and the judges responding. So here he is, his last try.
The oldest of four brothers from New Zealand, coached and dad. Wow, travels. Yeah,
630 onto the top rail. First person that we've seen do that. So Jossie Wells stepping it up through the rail section up top.
Into the jumps, first of three.
Yeah, switch double cork 900. Jossie Wells. There's the left side double cork 1260 view grab. So Jossie Wells putting together a heck of a run right here. Oh man,
magnetic.
Yep.
Come on, Joss.
Oh, Pretzel. Man, Jossie Wells giving us a scare there, but this is going to be interesting. A slight bobble